What's up, guys? Road to 300 Kilos, episode number 51. Been a little while. I've been busier than hell, but I finally got another video out for you guys. So today's session, got some pause squats and some deadlifts and some ab work. Kind of boring, I know, but let me tell you, it was tough. You do four sets of 6 pause squats, and then we do 4x8 deadlifts. This is the 3rd week of the deadlift program that I've been running from Clarence Kennedy, and use kind of progressive overload every week. So each day like day 1 of week 3 is ends up being 10 kilos higher than it was on week 1, if that makes sense. So I've been super busy with life stuff, but what's been nice about this program is it's only 3 days a week, so I've been able to stay committed to it, and I think I'm making a lot of gains in the pulling department, which is the goal, because pulls in the Olympic weightlifting movements have kind of always been my weakness. I haven't been super strong in the pulls. I mean, I can lift some weight, but I've never felt super stable when it gets heavy and comfortable, and always been a little bit scared when I do heavy pulls, if that makes sense. I've had some run-ins with back injuries in the past, and I was like, you know what, let me just commit to a actual deadlift program for a little while and see if the body gets better at doing deadlifts, if that makes sense. I mean, obviously I'm going to get stronger. I know I'm going to get stronger because I've never really focused on deadlifts for a whole 10 weeks, but I'm hoping not only will I get stronger, but my body will adapt to doing deadlifts, and therefore I won't have as many back problems when I'm doing heavy pulls, if that makes sense. And it might take more than just one program. And who knows, it might not get any better. I don't know. I've had, once you have an injury, it's pretty easy to re-aggravate that injury. So we'll see. But these pause squats are feeling super good. It's only at 125, so it's I'm doing them pretty calm. I'm kind of chilling. They feel really good. It's a nice challenging weight, but it's not overly difficult. I mean, the Monday prior to this on the same week was 3x7 at 132.5 or something, so I was able to do that no problem. So I mean, this was all right, let's just get through these squats real quick, put in the work, and then the big focus will be the deadlifts. So I'm liking the way the squats look, and it's a good amount of difficulty. It's enough difficulty to at least establish some change, if that makes sense. Yeah, sorry for no exciting Olympic weightlifting movements here recently. I just think, personally, I think this is just the right move for a little while, especially until life calms down. I can't really commit to I mean, I guess I could if I really, 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 really wanted to, that my life depended on it, but it doesn't, Life's busy right now, that's fine. Training can still continue, I just need to adjust a little bit, so. Feeling good. One more set of squats, I believe, and then on to deadlifts. Let's see how old Trent does on this last set of squats. I'm really liking the bar path on these. I don't usually do this type of angle for my squats, but I like the way these look from this angle. The last couple reps of each set, I start to hinge a little bit forward because it starts to get difficult, but the speed of these is really nice. They're going up really fast, and they feel a lot harder than they actually are, looking back on them. It feels like I was moving a lot slower than I was, so it's nice to be taking these videos and you go and look back and you're like, oh wait, I was doing that very easily, so no reason to be a little biatch about it. So warming up for deadlifts, and you'll notice it's not a true traditional deadlift. I'm pretty far over the bar. It's definitely more of a clean pull, which is what I'm trying to do on purpose. I want this to carry over to Olympic weightlifting a little bit more than regular deadlifts. Lower back started to get a little tired. In the last set, I started to feel my left side of my lower back a little bit. Didn't love that, but I stayed focused and tried to remain lifting with good form. But I think once you get to a certain amount of fatigue, that starts to break down no matter what. So that I was really glad that I only had that last set. 140, so I'm going up to 150 for 4 sets of 8, and this is all based on like the max deadlift that I plug into the program. So it's progressive overload. I think the first week I was doing deadlifts at like 135, and then I went up to 142.5, and then 150, and I think next week will be like 155 or something. So it's 4 weeks of like volume work, like 4x8, 4x6, 3x7, 3x10, stuff like that. And then it's kind of changes to a 3 or 4 week block of strength training. So more 5x5s, more triples, more, quads, I guess you could say, quadruples. So it's a pretty neat, I wouldn't say neat, it's a simple way to do it. You just start with lower intensity and high volume, and then you work your way towards low volume and high intensity. But what I really like about Clarence's programs, obviously it's just super simple, down to the point, and like proven methods, but also the volume actually stays pretty high later in the program, which I think I adapt to really well. I don't know, it just seems like if you get towards the end of the program and your top working stuff is like a set of 2 sets of heavy doubles on deadlifts, it's just like, I don't know how much change that's going to elicit. I mean, I guess it's going to elicit some, but like, I think if you do 6, 7, 8 sets of doubles, like he has me do on some of these programs, and I'm not trying to act like he's coaching me one-on-one, but that's what his programs are like. If you have 8 sets of doubles heavy, then you're definitely going to be making some gains. So just rambling at this point, but second to last set of pulls here. It's definitely starting to slow down. They're getting a lot harder. Not in love with the lower back. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird, man. I can't get I guess I should try to get my hamstrings a little bit more engaged and get my lower back a little bit tighter and straighter. It just seems like I feel like I'm really trying to keep my lower back straight, but sometimes it still just rounds a little bit, which I hate. I mean, obviously when I start pulling from the floor, it pulls me forward a little bit, and it's much more of a heavy, clean position, which is fine. That's the position that I'm going to be in. I take a little bit of adjustment there because I start to feel the lower left back, and I'm like, all right, let me focus and make sure that I'm doing these right. So just trying to make sure that I'm actually pushing through the floor, right, and not just pulling, because I think when you start to get fatigued in the deadlift, it's easy to forget to push through the legs and start to just like raise the back up, and that's where all that stress on the lower back goes. So anyway, last thing I ended up doing was just weighted side planks for as long as I could do them. I usually try to do them for like 45 seconds, 30-45 seconds. I've been using the same weight for the whole program for these past 3 weeks, and I don't know, it seems like some days I'm pretty good at them, and then some days are harder than others, and I think that's just depending on how tiring the previous movements were. So doing all this core stuff definitely makes the back feel a little bit better after the deadlifting session, because it's pretty hard, doing those pause squats and doing some heavy deadlifts definitely makes the hips and lower back feel a little worse for wear, but they end up feeling pretty good after doing all this stuff. If you guys made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it, alright? Seriously, this has been awesome, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, alright? Peace.